Great. Thank you so much for having us here today. It smells absolutely divine here in your chocolate shop. I can see by the chocolate we've got laid out, we're going to do something with chocolate.
Absolutely.
What are we going to do?
We're going to do a very simple chocolate cake.
Right.
And I've yet to serve this where people haven't been absolutely blown away.
Okay. Well, let's jump right into it then.
Okay. So what we have is, this is a mixture of sugar and flour and a little bit of cornstarch. I've added the cornstarch to cut the gluten in the flour. I'm going to turn on my mixer on slow speed, and I'm going to add the eggs very slowly.
Right.
And so all we're doing here is we just want to whip this up to a point where it becomes, we'll just say, very pale and fluffy, but we're not necessarily whipping a whole lot of air in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some melted butter. Generally what I'll do is, if I'm adding melted butter to chocolate, is I'll take the butter a little hotter and I'll use it to help melt the chocolate.
Right, okay.
And then it's a little faster. In this instance, I have it already melted so that it's fine. And all I want to do is just mix this well together. So all I'm going to do is just add all of my chocolate to here. And all we're going to do, well, I'll sort of show you, but I want it to be very light and airy, and it just adds a really nice texture to the cake. This is quite a dense chocolate cake.
Right.
So we want to whip a little bit of air into it here. We take it to here, and this is the slight ribbon stage. So as you can see, the ribbon.
Yeah, it sort of rests on top just like that.
Then we have our pans, which have been prepared. What we have is they have a removable bottom, and we've just attached a piece of parchment paper there, so that that's absolutely easy to do. So I'm going to tilt my two pans over, so that what I can do is I can pour in, and what this does is this, on any recipe that you make that has two of them, this divides things up evenly. And then what I'm going to do is just give it a little spin, and what this does is this is just going to level it out, and this works better if you do a sponge, which generally will dome up on you.
Yes.
If you give it a spin, it's already concave, so that when it bakes, it's generally flat. And so we want to put this into the oven for approximately 10 to 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And here we have a cake, the cake that's come out of the oven that's cooled.
Okay, and you could leave this in the refrigerator for overnight, sort of to cool down?
Absolutely, that would be the best thing to do.
Okay.
So then once we release it, and that's why I like to use these pans, is they release nice and easily. So all I'm going to do here, I'm just going to put a very small cut along the whole edge, so that I have a nice straight edge for my knife to sort of follow through, and I'm going to keep twisting, and I should have a very nice
cutting job.
I'm just going to put one half in the bottom.
Oh, back into the same
Back into the same pan, because we're going to use it as a form for the mousse that we're going to do. So what we've got here is we've got some Valrhona chocolate, the Guanaja or Guanaja 70%. And what we've done is we're melting this so that it is extremely hot. So if I were to take it and touch it against my lip, it would feel extremely hot.
Hot, tasty, but hot.
And now what I'm going to do, we're going to take that off the heat, make sure that we dry the bottom of our bowl, because water and chocolate don't mix at all. So what I'm doing here is I have my cream already whipped, but I'm just taking it a little further, and I want it just to be soft peak. Soft peak is just so that it just makes soft peaks and they'll sort of fall down, because I'm going to be working the cream more when I add it to the bowl.
Right, okay.
Okay? And what I'm going to do, and the reason why I mix it in this bowl, is that I can just add my cream to the chocolate in the bowl, and I'm ready.
And so you don't have to, the chocolate's already at the bottom, and you don't have to try and work it in a little more.
And now, so I'm just folding in, I like to use a figure-8 motion for the first little bit, and I don't want to overwork the cream. I don't want it to curdle at all on me, but I want all the chocolate to be mixed in. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just finish off
with a whisk.
Yes.
So I've never seen that in a cooking book. You use actually a whisk to fold things in.
So I was folding with the whisk. I wasn't whisking it in. I was just using it to gently mix it in.
Right.
So what we're going to do is just add the mousse to our cake.
And this really firmed up really quickly too. I mean, that's yeah, the cake's magic. Hey, wow.
And as I say, very, very, very simple.
Can you tell that I'm a chocolate fan? It's like the whole shop, when we walked in, it was just immediate salivation. Okay.
So we have now, what I've done is I'm just going to knock it a couple of times,
Uh-huh.
and then I have our cake that we cut before,
Right.
and I'm just putting the side that was baked up. I'm going to put it down so that we have a nice, really smooth top. And all I'm doing right now is just pressing it so that it's nice and even. Now this should just rest in the fridge for approximately 4 hours, but once again, it could rest in there overnight. So it's something that definitely could be done a day ahead of time with no problems whatsoever.
So now we've had the cake cooling for a couple hours.
Yeah, I can just use a little knife here, and I'm just going to slice around the outside of the cake, and we're just going to bring it up. So what we've done here now is I've just boiled some cream, and all we're going to do is make a chocolate glaze. And with the Valrhona, what I have to do is I have to work with it very gently so that it does not separate on me or curdle.
So would you say that the higher the quality of chocolate, the more gentle you have to be?
Yeah, and the lot more finicky it is. It's sort of like...
So you sacrifice taste for convenience.
Absolutely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
So now it's thickened just a little bit. It's not quite as hot.
Yeah, and now what I'm going to do is just pour it out in a very slow manner, and I want to pour from the center out. But what I'm going to do is for this, we're just going to let it run over the edges.
Ooh,
And I should have...
It's
this
just
works
so
a lot better on a
decorative
little
looking that
cake
way.
rack. So we just want the top covered, but it to go down the sides. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this, and we'll just put this in the fridge. And as you can see, if I really wanted to, I can move it around and have the extra glaze come off.
So we put that back. We put that
We're
in the
gonna put that
refrigerator.
in the fridge.
And that's going to set up.
And that's going to set up. Well, we're just going to make some. We're just going to make some little dark chocolate fan-shaped chocolates. So what I've got here is this is actually tempered chocolate.
Okay.
Although I could use untempered chocolate, I would make sure that it had cooled down considerably so that it was almost cool.
So how do you tell when it's ready to do the shape?
It's strictly by feel. So as you can see, I'm going to try here, and if it's proper, then I can just go and do this. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting my finger down so that I'm sort of holding it so I get a nice ripple effect.
Right.
It doesn't matter how perfect they are at all. It's just more a matter of that we have some form of a chocolate garnish. So we have these little garnishes, and we have our cake, and we'll just pull it out, and we'll just essentially put on our little chocolate garnishes. I mean, the whole thing about this is just that to me, the taste is what this is all about. And when you go to, get cakes professionally done, they have to look that certain way. But when you're doing it at home, it's not necessary.
And if you're inviting dinner guests over that expect perfection, perhaps next time you should invite different guests.
Exactly. And so then this is, we can call this a small chocolate cake or petit gâteau au chocolat.
It's absolutely stunning. I know I'm going to enjoy this chocolate feast. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks, David.